Greetings, Tony.
How are you, my sister?
I am fantastic and amazing. Thank you so much, Peggy, for having me on this beautiful platform with these incredible women. It's just so good to be in this energy. It's everybody's beautiful face.
Oh, thank you. Everybody loves, when they come to this platform, I must say, everybody falls in love with Four Sisters Live. It's just something about us. It's something about us that people just love.
Because we love our sisters.
We love our sisters, yes.
And our brothers. We love you.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that everyone else knows that too.
So Tony, take a moment and introduce yourself. I mentioned earlier that we met many, many years ago at the Power Networking Conference. And a lot of times you don't have to see people on a regular basis, but when we connect, we're part of that family of the Power Networking, FraserNet. You know, it's nothing but love. And so we've been connected on Facebook, and it was just so good to see you. And I said, we got to have Tony on. So Tony, come in and introduce yourself. And this platform is about, tell us what you want us to know about you and what you're doing.
Awesome. Again, like I said, Peggy, thank you so much. And it's so awesome to see you again.
Yes.
And I love what you said, because we always say that about particular people that we have in our lives. We don't have to see them all of the time, but when we do, it's just like yesterday. It feels like home. It's like a safe space. So I feel that with the sisters, Four Sisters Network. And thank you so much, Peggy, for, making that opportunity available again. Dr. Tony Hatton is an identity coach and get to the root specialist. And what I do with the Attractive Thinker movement, I support mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance for new and aspiring entrepreneurs. The Attractive Thinker was birthed out of a defining moment in which I help my clients do the same thing, help them sift through their defining moments so that they can, find the gems. Sometimes we go through things in life and we're so excited to get through it that we're not making the connection that I'm supposed to use this, that there's something in this that I'm supposed to use. So the Attractive Thinker movement was really birthed to support entrepreneurs, because I feel as though, and I've heard, your comments and the beautiful things that you said about your entrepreneurial journeys. But I personally feel like the entrepreneurial journey is the greatest personal growth and development experience on the planet. And I know you can resonate with this because it helps you to grow. It stretches you and expands you. It pulls things out of you that you didn't even know you had. It makes you confront yourself and deal with your stuff and all of your insecurities and self-esteems and, the negative self-talk and things like that. So it's the greatest personal growth and development experience on the planet. And that's what I prepare new and aspiring entrepreneurs for when they embark upon this journey. Because when we take action, if we're taking action on the outside and the inner game is not in alignment with the action that we're taking, we're getting nowhere really, really fast. And I totally believe that we're just one thought away. We're just one thought away from the things that we desire. We're just one thought away from the joy that we desire. We're just one thought away from, I listened to the things that you were presenting here, on this platform. Peggy held up a book, and Linda is into health and wellness. And I know Linda can resonate with this a lot, because as a health and wellness coach, we all know that our clients are just one thought away from eating healthy, one thought away from losing the weight, one thought away from going to the gym over staying in a comfort zone and going and doing something else, that doesn't require effort. We're just one thought away from the things that we desire. And what I mean is, when you think about a fantastic and amazing thought, for example, I listened to Charlene today, and she was talking about an event that she went to, to support. But she also mentioned how hot it was outside. She was just one thought away from saying, you know what, it's too hot. I'm not going to do this today. But she chose the other thought. And that thought is what led her to take the action on what her heart was really saying, what she really wanted to do. She was just one thought away. I listened to Peggy talk about her entrepreneurial journey and how she started out with these women, and they each went into their own directions with their business ideas and what they wanted to do. They were really just one thought away because each of them could have chosen to do something else. I want you to understand, attractive thinkers, that you're just one thought away. Sometimes we think that it's so many things that are holding us back from what we desire to do, and it's really our thoughts. And when you think about that, you feel empowered. You're like, you're taking your power back. You mean like, I can really have what I desire, or I can really prosper in my business. I can really set up my business structure. I can really make this follow-up call and get the deal. I can really, function in my life, create an entrepreneurial lifestyle and follow through. I can really set my own schedule and stick to it. Yes, because now you understand that your power is in your thoughts. Now, before that, you may have thought that you were just thinking these thoughts. You may have thought that you just get thoughts and we just think, these are thoughts and we just think. But that's not the case. Your thoughts are in abundance, meaning you get one thought and then another one comes and that one goes and that one comes. Thoughts are in abundance. We have an abundance of thoughts, and thoughts are power. Thoughts are also levels. Whatever level you want your business on, or you want to experience in life, is the level that you think on. You have to think on that level in order to experience that level, in order to create that level, because thoughts are real things. Thoughts are structures. Thoughts are the things that we desire. They're the difference between having this versus having that. Thoughts are the difference between getting up in the morning or sleeping for 2 more hours. Thoughts are the difference between having a successful business as an entrepreneur or making your business a hobby, treating your business like it's a hobby. When we talk about you're one thought away, even now in this moment, you're one thought away from the thing that you desire. When you're here in this moment and you're listening to this message, what is your mind doing? What are you thinking? Where are your thoughts? See, thoughts are drivers. Thoughts are like the person in the driver's seat. They are driving your life somewhere. And if you want to know where your life is going, check in with what you're thinking. I can tell, Peggy, I can tell what a person is thinking by how they're feeling, because thoughts also trigger feelings. They trigger an emotion. Some of my clients, I tell them, I say, okay, think about a time in your life where you were the most happiest, where you were full of joy and laughter, and you enjoyed the people that you were around, and you adored the place where you were. And all of a sudden, their light comes on. It's like this smile comes across their face, and their light comes on, and you can see the light. You can see the light in their eyes, all because of a thought. They were just one thought away from feeling that. Now, if I tell my client, if I ask them to think about a time that was very disappointing and disheartening, and they felt frustrated and disappointed, and a tear might come to the corner of their eye. What was a thought? I didn't poke them with anything. I didn't stick them. I didn't hit them. Nothing happened. They didn't fall. But a tear came to the corner of their eye as a result of a thought. You can hear the fluctuation in their voice because of a thought. The tone drops because of a thought. That's how powerful our thoughts are. And we have them in abundance. And we walk around with them every single day. And most of the time don't know how to use the power. Don't know how to use the power. And when I think about that phrase, don't know how to use the power, I think about the X-Men, or think about a superhero and how the X-Men had to go to Professor Xavier's school to learn how to use their power. Because when they didn't know how to use their power, they were blowing up everything, destroying everything, tearing up everything. They were a victim to things, because in the middle of situations, because they didn't know how to use their power, they were consumed. They had the power, but they didn't know how to use it. And when we don't know how to use our thoughts, we're walking around seeking things that we already have. We're spinning our wheels and taking a lot of action and getting nowhere fast. And we're feeling a certain way and wish we didn't feel this way, and not understanding that we're thinking that way. And that's why we're feeling that way. And if we shift our thoughts, we shift our mood. If we shift our thoughts, we shift our mood. You don't have to say, okay, I need to go over here so I can be happy, or I need to do this so I can get some joy. No, you don't. Listen, attractive thinkers, you are self-contained. You are powerful beyond measure. You are God experiencing humanity. You are God experiencing life. God in you. That means you have everything. If God is in you, what are you looking for on the outside? All you have to do is activate the power within. And we activate our power with a thought. In the beginning, there were just words. That's it. There was nothing else. There was darkness. There was empty. It was empty. It was dark, and it was void. That's nothing. But there were words, and that's why faith, belief comes by what you hear. That's how powerful words are. And when we talk about faith coming by hearing, if your belief on the inside, if your belief in yourself, if your belief in your business as an entrepreneur, if you're bold enough to believe that you can run your life, that belief comes from something that you heard. That's how powerful words are. That's all we ever had in the beginning was a word. And then look around to the right and the left, and look across the street, and look in your hand and in your purse and in your wallet, and look around in your office. Look at your business. All of that came from somebody's thought. It was thoughts are creative. They create things. And that those thoughts came from somebody's head, somebody's mind. And when you think about faith coming by hearing, it's not so much what we hear on the outside. What are we hearing on the inside? What are our thoughts saying to us? You know how you're on your phone, and there you see all kinds of content on social media, and there are some things that you might not want to see, and you just keep swiping. And then there are things that you want to see, and you stop. You don't swipe anymore, and you zoom in, and you want to see more of that. That's the same thing you have to do with your thoughts. Thoughts come and thoughts go. Swipe, swipe, swipe. And then when you get a thought, you'll know when you find the thought that you're supposed to be thinking, because you'll feel fantastic and amazing. Because thoughts,
this is awesome. I mean, I just pass the plate. Just pass the plate and say the benediction. Because she just gave a whole word.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting there and my head is like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tony, you have said so much, and we really need you to do, we're going to talk, because we need a workshop just on thinking, how we're thinking. Yes. You said so much. You talked about words. Words, as far as I'm concerned, leads to action.
Yes.
Okay. You said thoughts are real things.
Yes.
My goodness. I mean, I'm sitting here saying, wow, my goodness, keep on, my sister.
But then, what she's saying as far as the thought, that could go either way. And this is sometimes why people don't accomplish what they're supposed to accomplish, because they let that thought out.
Yes.
Think what they needed to do. And that could come so easy. And that's what we say, I thought about doing that, but I didn't. That was a thought right there that made a difference between you making it happen and not making it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so powerful. And Dr. Tony, you have about a vision. You gave us a whole thing right there. Our vision. What is your vision?
Yes.
Like you said, one thought away.
You're one.
My goodness. All of us have always been in position. You one thought away, and it's funny that we're talking about this, because this morning I woke up and I was just thinking about life, and I was thinking about what if, what if I did not do X, Y,
Z.
Yes.
Just one moment away
Your
from
mind is a powerful
decision.
thing. Charlene, don't you know sometimes we've thought ourselves out of something?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it's so easy, and thoughts are so subtle, and because you have control over them, they can slip right through your fingers with no effort. You have to seize a thought. You have to seize it.
And
or
hold
it'll
on to it.
just float on by, or and hold on to it, Peggy, because that's where the attractive thinker mental tools come in at for mental healing and mental strength and mindset maintenance. You have to seize it. It takes strength to seize something. And it also takes extra strength to see something that you can't even see. You can't see what.
So, Dr. Tony, you have a book. You're an
Yeah.
author. Can you tell us about your book? And did you bring something that we could see? Your book?
Yes.
Yes, so you can get I don't know if the image of the book can be posted. It's actually on my website under the book link, the
Okay.
book tab on my website. The Attractive Thinker book. It's not what you're going through, but how you're viewing it. It was birthed out of a defining moment that I had many, many years ago. And my firstborn son, he was diagnosed with cancer of the retina in his eyes, in both of his eyes, actually. And by the time he was 5, we had to make the decision to have his eyes removed in order to save his life. He went on to live a productive life, and he still lives a productive life. A music producer, massager. He's been skiing in Colorado. He does whatever he wants to do, right? But it wasn't until after we came out of that defining moment, that experience, that I had a vision. It was just out of the blue. I was sitting on the side of the bed putting my shoes on because we were preparing for an outing. My family was in the car, and I was just sitting there tying my tennis shoes, and all of a sudden I saw a vision. It was like this junkyard, and there were piles of stuff, unfavorable things that you would call junk. But what piqued my interest was it was these shiny little glistening things, this like glitter. And the closer I got to it, I heard a voice say, "You came out, but you didn't come out with great substance. You left your gems in your journey." And the vision became so clear. I just wept, Peggy, because I heard the voice say, the same way that you showed your son how to see without eyes, show people with eyes how to see. And that's how the Attractive Thinker movement was born, because people are walking around, they have eyes,
Wow,
but they
that's
can't
good.
see. They cannot see. They don't have vision. They have eyes, they can see things, but they don't have vision. Vision allows you, it gives you the ability to see beyond what you're looking at. What
Yes.
you're looking at is not all that there is to see. And if we don't activate our vision, we're missing
That's
it.
good,
We're
Tony.
calling opportunities challenges because we can't see. The opportunity, yes, that's the book cover. Thank you so much. That's we're looking at opportunities and blessings and miracles, and we're calling them problems and situations and circumstances because we lack vision. Vision allows you to look around, because I always say, when life knocks on your door, who answers, the victim or the victor? The victor is going to see the challenge, while the victim is going to see the challenge, while the victor is going to see the opportunity. So which one is it? It's the same experience. Is it a challenge or is it an opportunity? You get to decide based on how you see it.
Absolutely.
Because you're really just one thought away.
This book looks like it's a good read.
Yes.
I can look at a book cover and tell it's a good read. I see you
love
have
the
the
cover. It's
2020
beautiful.
vision chart like on the front of your cover.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is. Dr. Tony, it is an amazing. Dr. Tony is a dear friend of mine. I just admire her and all that she's done, especially with her son and her children. And we do know each other on a personal level. And I just appreciate the woman that she is. But we got to ask this question. And I know this is the no nonsense young woman. What are some non-negotiables for you in life right now?
Charlene, again, yes, thank you so much. It's so good to see you. The relationship that we have is so fantastic and amazing. Every time we talk, it's just on fire. You light my fire, I light your fire, and it's always been like that. And it's just a blessing. It's a blessing to be in this environment. When I think about non-negotiables, because of what I've been through and what I've experienced and what I know, there are two things that I don't really play around with when it comes down to my life and my business and my progress in life, my legacy, the whole 9 yards. That's the people that I associate with and the environment in which I plant myself in. I have my non-negotiables for myself are the negative self-talk. It's got to go. I don't have time for it. I don't have time. Where
Yes.
do I have time to sit and keep thinking thoughts that make me feel bad? I don't have time. So that's a non-negotiable for me. And the thing about it, thoughts are so subtle and sneaky and sly. You have to, they'll seep in, and you before you know, you've been thinking about something for like 5 or 10 minutes. You have to catch yourself saying, no, you got to go. You got to go. I don't know where you're going, but you got to get up out of here, right? You got to go. I can't think like that and make progress in my business. I have clients coming up. I have a speaking engagement. I have songs to sing. I got to get in the studio. Like if we really believe that we're one thought away, we will manage and master and govern and rule our thoughts so that they don't get in the way. Because our thoughts can get in the way of us taking progress, and you ladies, I listen to your experiences and what you're into right now, and what you're doing for your lives. You don't have time, to what do you call it? To engage, to socialize with, to conversate with, to consider thoughts that don't support what it is that you want to do with your life. So negative self-talk is a non-negotiable for me. We don't do that. Hanging around negative people with negative conversations, we don't do that. Hanging around people that tear us down or pull out our energy, planting ourselves in environments where nothing is growing. How can I grow in an environment that doesn't have rich soil? Nothing's growing there.
Take yourself away.
The conversations aren't sparking a fire in me. I don't feel life. That's a non-negotiable. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to think about that.
Right.
Dr. Tony, we have 30 seconds left with you. And in 30 seconds, I think Lynn may have one quick question she may like to ask, but we want to put out your website so that we can go do that. Quick, give us your website so we can purchase your book, or those who want to purchase.
Absolutely. www.theattractivethinker.guru. That's GURU. Theattractivethinker.guru. GURU.
Wonderful. Lynn, did you have a question?
Well, she answered my question because I wanted to. How did you get on this path? Now I know. So God bless you. That was the most important thing, especially coming up with attractive thinkers. I love that title. So I look forward to getting the book. But I see how you came to this point.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dr. Tony, so much for coming on, enlightening us, and giving us our booster. This is a booster shot.
Yes.
I don't need the booster they give us at the doctor's office. I got my booster.
Yes.
Awesome. So you continue to do what you're doing and empowering our people, our sisters and our brothers. This is real good. So thank you for coming.
Thank you, Tony. Dr. Tony Hatton.
Thank you so much.
And we will talk. We got to have you come back to do a full-blown presentation.
Thank you. I definitely.
This is a conversation. We must talk.
Yes, I would love to. I always say my life's work, that's to make your life better. It is not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think
All right. All right.
Well, love it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Woo!
That was
enriching. That was just so enriching.
It was awesome.
Oh, gosh, she said a lot.
So I hope everyone in our community, you took notes on that, and make sure that you definitely go and get the book.